It's TakeOver 30, and for the next 2 hours,
the following will determine who advances to the NXT North American Championship. Now weighing in at 199 pounds, Johnny
Gargano eyeing the NXT North American Championship, looking to be buzz. Can you provide us with some insight on the Johnny Gargano way?
Past, but Johnny's the same guy I met over 10 years ago. You mentioned the Johnny Gargano way, first Triple Crown winner in NXT history. He did it the Johnny Gargano way. I mean, well, if he can be victorious tonight, successfully climb the ladders, which he will be, as what you just said, the first ever two-time North American
for office, are you, Vic?
Oh, he's a good friend of mine.
This superstar hat on the black and gold brand.
At 53 pounds, Ridge Holland.
Ridge Holland, guys, a walking action figure.
Well, Johnny Gargano, he'll be part of him. I mean, Ridge Holland, he reminds me of like a young Rick Steiner, gritty, great Ridge Holland, a low, wide stance. It's going to be a tough challenge to take down.
Matches. Gargano or Holland will advance this Saturday at TakeOver 30, streaming live on the WWE.
When you take a look at Ridge Holland and even Johnny Gargano, you take a look in Johnny's eyes, he's looking to final NXT before TakeOver 30.
Welcome to the big leagues, Ridge.
To belong in the same ring with them, but Gargano and Holland getting another.
Holland was so impressive in his debut, and now getting a second chance. Gargano's got to make some space. He does not want to be caught in the grip of Ridge Holland.
And ladder match that'll take place this Saturday at TakeOver 30 with Damian Priest.
Hip toe and a monster shoulder tackle by Ridge Holland that drives Gargano. Continues to impress. Damian Priest defeated Oney Lorcan in his triple threat as Bronson Reed knocked off Roderick Strong, but going to acquit himself well. Oh, but he eats that kick from Gargano.
Oh. Johnny Gargano coming into play, quick movement, and now you'll see him take advantage.
And trying to advance to his first NXT TakeOver and an opportunity courtesy of Johnny Gargano.
Now a bullseye on the body of Ridge Holland and Johnny Gargano. Of two second chance matches here tonight, because still to come, Finn Balor, Velveteen.
TakeOver worthy matchup, a mega main event, and we are kicking Ridge Holland advancing to TakeOver 30. And Beth, what impresses you the most about
Gargano's been struggling to stay on his feet this entire match. No, and for Holland to come on the scene to NXT in high-stakes, high-pressure matchups.
Ridge Holland dominate NXT UK on the W. Why he is known as Johnny Wrestling. We can give all the Johnny Gargano is Johnny TakeOver for a reason, guys. Gargano looking to advance.
That point, Mauro, can you imagine if Johnny TakeOver is shut out of TakeOver 30?
Talk about a blow to Johnny Gargano's ego. Vic, that was a devastating.
Every time Ridge Holland is striking and clubbing and punching, he's going back, grabbing that arm, but right now.
Yeah, Gargano looking for the submission and bringing down the bigger Holland. And oh, there's King Gargano's grip.
I was going to say, maybe Gargano looking to neutralize his...
Gargano back first into the corner. This time avoids. Johnny Gargano with a tope that drives Ridge Holland backwards to TakeOver 30. Oh, no.
What was a terrible fall. This is hard to watch. I've seen an injury, a fall like that before.
Guys, there's no way this match can continue. He said it before. Someone has to test this guy's DNA.
He'll be fine. Give him a second. Calm down.
Oh, and a super kick by Gargano. Gargano just a recovery by Johnny Wrestling.
Was Johnny Gargano trying to bait Ridge?
Right now, guys.
Oh, Gargano looking for the one final beat, but instead he...
Oh, my God!
Boy, does he ever. Working on that slam by Holland, cross face, and Gargano kicks out.
Again, the winner of this matchup will be entered in to the five-man ladder.
How the hell did Johnny Gargano kick out?
Mauro, you took the words.
Oh, but Holland drops him again with that clubbing forearm. Obviously, Hall transitioning, looking for the Gargano escape.
And again, the left injured arm.
And another super kick by Gargano. Holland.
Gargano trying to chop down that tree.
Oh, whoa! Holland on his way to his first takeover. Is he on his way to Vine?
Candice LeRae checking on her husband.
Checking on my husband. I'm allowed to check on my husband. This is ridiculous.
Oh, chin and his jaw, his entire face crashing down on the apron.
Now,
Keeping Holland from getting back in the ring, and Vic, the low blow by Gargano.
To his
and
feet.
Gargano delivers the one final beat. Gargano goes in.
And is headed to takeover. Well, I mean, Beth, I don't necessarily condone what Johnny Gargano did, but God, you can't take 30.
let's take a look at some of the action from earlier on in this Manovic.
Well, Johnny Gargano would continue the fight, and then all of a sudden, Johnny put Holland away. But in the closing moments after involvement by Candice LeRae, one step closer to becoming the first ever two-time North American champion.
Over event, Rich Holland with another impressive outing, but Johnny Gargano, who advances to the North American Championship.
Takeover where Dakota Kai will take on Io Shirai for the NXT Women's Championship.
Who is hoping to become NXT Women's Champion this Saturday.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall.
Who is the number one contender? I am the number one contender.
In case you didn't know, and Beth, she has really illustrated warfare against the current women's champion, Io Shirai.
Hopefully she'll bring that into her game in the rings here tonight.
In Texas, Jessie Kamea.
4-1-1.
She was certainly an athletic standout in high school into her arsenal, but Jessie is a chameleon, constantly changing her style, has her work cut out for her tonight.
Yeah, leaping into the deepest portion. Immediately takes down Kamea, and Vic Dakota Kai looking
Key, isn't it, Mauro? And, you know, Dakota Kai wants all the momentum heading in to her NXT champion. She wants to make this her NXT.
Oh, there's the back press.
Sent quite a chilling message to Dakota Kai, saying that she sees Kai as a scared little girl that face.
A vicious assault by Dakota Kai, trying to back with a full the midsection, but it's all Dakota Kai.
Talk about
Kaio kick to the face, the captain of Team Kick, coming back with that cover, hooks the leg, and there's still some fight left in Jessie.
Maintaining control over her opponent.
Supplant Io Shirai, and now Kai looking for the submission.
Momentum going into takeover.
Well, Kamea trying to pick up some momentum.
Oh,
Go behind, there's the Okada roll into the roll up here, and kick, giving the captain of Team Kick a dose of her own bad medicine.
I mean, guys, what would a loss do for Dakota Kai just a few nights away?
Definitely wreak havoc, and this could be it. Kamea looking for the biggest win of her career. This is what the NXT Women's Division is about, Beth.
ooh, her senses.
Kai has Kamea up. Is this what we will see at TakeOver 30? Kai is on her way to TakeOver 30 this Saturday, champion for the first time.
Could Io Shirai fall at the hands of Dakota Kai?
You must be out of your mind. Even more. Oh, wait, you think I'm afraid of you? You're so focused on the people of my past. Over? I will take that championship from you. Hear me out, it's gonna feel so good when I over and over and over.
Women's champion storming the ring. She does not want to wait for TakeOver 30.
It's heard enough.
Dakota Kai is on the run.
Io Shirai letting Dakota Kai know that.
Ow.
Well, there's going to be no crawling away.
Oh, what the hell? Gonzalez, Dakota Kai, Io Shirai.
So much for doing it alone.
Look who's your champion now. Look at her. You ain't kidding me.
Gonzalez, and like you said, Vic, so much for committing here.
And give credit when credit is due. This has been Dakota Kai's plan since day one. By coincidence, Raquel Gonzalez is back.
Face of Io Shirai.
Harder than Shirai.
Boom.
Raquel Gonzalez, so yes, Dakota Kai outsmarts the NXT women's.
What are your thoughts?
You know, Mackenzie, I watched the show last week. I hear, yeah, for people that don't know, Candice and I have been friends for years, so this friendship over the past few months. But that's the thing with friendships. It has its ups, their downs, and their differences. Friendships, I need to fix whatever this is between Candice and I. Friendship was so annoying to Candice. But I'm ready to talk.
Velveteen Dream.
Our NXT General Manager, Mr. William Regal, has removed Balor from our main event matchup.
You keep getting chance after chance after chance. And you have talent, but you're not gonna get in the way of the Prince becoming everyone's been waiting for. Velveteen Dream versus Finn over.
Back on NXT on USA.
Span tag team match scheduled for one fall. Introducing first,
Formidable force. NXT Cruiserweight Champion Santos Escobar. And they've proven to be a problem for everyone.
Escobar taking it to Breezango, taking out Fandango, and then nobody is safe when Legado del Fantasma is around.
Well, this Saturday, streaming live on the WWE Network, it is NXT TakeOver 30 Princeton tier cards. Download for free today on iOS and Android.
Legado del Fantasma, and they are coming for their proverbial. And Beth, Isaiah Swerve Scott, of course, the only aligning himself with Breezango here tonight.
Swerve came there, it was in a sling last week, but now the odds have become even, and that's
seemingly on his way to perhaps knocking off Santos Escobar, Wild and Mendoza. And of course, Scott.
But you know, Beth brought up a great point, Mauro. There's no numbers advantage tonight for Legado del Fantasma. Six-man tag team match.
Oh! And it is on!
Going to work.
Breezango and Scott taking it to Legado del Fantasma. But Tyler Breeze all over Wild, but then it's just mayhem. You cannot keep up with what's going on.
Oh, pure chaos. We tear each other apart.
Are Fandango and Mendoza the legal men?
Earlier this year, and then Legado del Fantasma trying to stop his momentum.
Momentum again, attacking the injured arm, and there Mendoza. First into the corner, here comes the high-flying Wild, but he gets countered by Fandango.
But he can to work through the pain.
Hanging Wild out to drive, but the opportunity gave Imperium plenty of hell. We're unable to unseat the champion. Serious business inside the squared circle.
Certainly, and it's from Jumpstart, really over the top rope, but wait a minute.
Oh, Isaiah Swerve. How is he keeping control? It's out of control here in this six-man tag team. Oh! Super kicks and stereo. Don't go anywhere. Is tonight the night Legado del Fantasma? Go all the way to the top turnbuckle. Fandango's been Escobar, and Fandango crashing down on the rope into the outside, and Vic,
maybe get some feeling back into that already damaged left arm. And why half?
Joaquin Wilde just stomping up, and another tag is made. So Mendoza, he's the legal man. What in chemistry and continuity? Legado del Fantasma. Mendoza almost oiled fighting machine.
Quick tags to implement those luchadors. Again, not allowing him any space to recover and breathe.
Cern, Scott, and Breeze desperate to get into this matchup in Fantasma.
We saw Mendoza taunting Fandango with that hip skating, and they bring fun to the ring.
Well, there's no fun in keep this match going, and he is getting up to a vertical base.
Oh, might be easier said than focusing on the left injured arm of Fandango.
Of course, the trio of Breeze, and yet Mendoza, just like that, Fandango with a vicious.
You ain't so tough without a broomstick.
So close to making the tag, but is now back in the wrong part of town.
And you see it breaking down a body part, and you see the smile on Mendoza's face, enjoying it while he's...
It's all Legado del Fantasma. Wilde and Mendoza.
Oh, they may have waited a bit too long.
Crash and burn for Wilde. Clothesline and towering back body. He's cleaning house on Legado del Fantasma.
Escobar on it.
On Santos Escobar, because let's not forget it was Escobar who specifically called out.
Flatliner Scott, the only man to hang an L on Santos Escobar.
Uh-oh.
A chaotic sins have come to a boil. Scott on the top turnbuckle. Oh, what a...
And the time lost dealing with Wilde and Mendoza was critical here in giving Escobar a knee to the jaw.
Wow. Incredible time. A member of Lucha Libre royalty and is... Oh! And there, Breeze. It is just carnage here. It's incredible. Willing to dish out in the order of pride, in the order of victory. Escobar has... What? The referee's telling what on.
Ooh! Isaiah Swerve Scott has been isolated. I think the referee is...
The tag when Scott was sent crashing into him, and the referee's made it.
There goes Mendoza. Breeze hitting everything that moves.
As champion, again, able to turn the tide on a dime. Just like that, Legado del Fantasma prevail again.
Here are your winners.
Guys, if you really break this down and look at it, picked up the victory, but the moments, I mean, we were sitting here wondering exactly what was going on because Isaiah
has Escobar's number. He defeated the current NXT crew, not in victory as Legado del Fantasma pick up
here. This is where inadvertently Isaiah Swerve Scott tagged in right there.
Payoff here for Isaiah Swerve Scott. However, the referee making Wilde and Mendoza attacking Swerve. And then check this out, Vic.
It's center of the ring with that Phantom Driver, and once again, Santos and the NXT Universe has been waiting. They have been buzzing about Pat McAfee this Saturday, and while Pat McAfee arrived here to fold AJ Hawk on the right and former Colt teammate Darius Butler on the left, Pat McAfee. Welcome back. You're listening to Moth into Flame by Metallica. You can hear the live version of the upcoming album S&M 2, available August 28th.
And so teams will earn the right to challenge Imperium as the #1 contenders to the NXT of Breezango and Legado del Fantasma this Saturday on the TakeOver.
The situation between former NXT champion Adam Cole come face to face now.
And you see Adam Cole, who called out Pat McAfee to show with a purpose.
Come out, let's go. Go, Pat McAfee. Let's get this thing started. Let's go, Palmer.
Guess who's back? Great mask.
Last week, Adam, you said, please, please, I'm here. And I brought 28 years of NFL experience. I know that you go nowhere without these three stooges. I know face to face with a human like moi all by yourself.
Yeah, go ahead. What you got, McAfee? Floor is all.
Do you remember what happened 2 weeks ago when you and I? You probably don't. This is how it ended. I'll remind you. Shawn Michaels was checking for vitals next to stupid Tom Phillips. Last week, you go on this, that I took advantage of a situation, blah, blah, blah. Then you went on an entire, you suck. Then you went on an entire rant about how you've wrestled all around this globe. You've wrestled in front of 5 over the world, and you got to hear, and you were the biggest star of NXT. You had all these people fooled. Took me a minute and a half to knock your ass out. 1 minute, knock your ass out. Then you call me not special. How's that not special? I've never been in this $1 million in 7 different professions. And you, Pooch, in the ignorant wrestling community at home, you better hope. And on Saturday, you're gonna be left unconscious after probably throwing a temper. Are different level humans. You only gave me 2 weeks to train for this match. 2 weeks. He says, well, if Pat wants to be tough, I can make him famous. 2 weeks is all wrestling community. How you lost to an outsider. Let me tell you who you are. But I, an athlete. And on Saturday, it's gonna end with 1 to the moon, and the only sound that any of these idiots is boom.
It's my turn to talk now, Pat. Now it's my turn.
I'm gonna make you my bitch.
A face-to-face between former NXT champion Adam Cole. McAfee can definitely talk the talk, but it is going to be on the WWE Network.
Stone brand continues its crusade against Rhea Ripley and Shotzi Blackheart. Next.
Arrived to the NXT arena.
The following contest is a Stone brand, Aaliyah. Team partner, Mercedes Martinez.
In suit shopping at Men's Warehouse's greatest acquisition to date is bringing the brand the attention by topping one of NXT's brightest young stars. They have targeted Rhea.
What about what transpired before the break? But my goodness, it is going to be one hell of an affair Saturday night.
There's no pads, there's no timeouts. I mean, it's going to be a whole new ball game.
Shotzi Blackheart has definitely had that, ran over both of Robert Stone's legs.
I was just enjoying Robert Stone running in fear.
Blackheart hoping to avenge the loss last month to Stone brand. You face all 3.
Her tag team partners from Adelaide, South Australia, Rhea
make a beeline for Mercedes Martinez, responsible opportunity this Saturday at TakeOver against Io Shirai. Martinez attacking.
Get Peacock today and stream the best of WWE with specials, classic replays, and you talk about documentaries. I mean, Beth, you've been part of, and take a look at the evolution of Rhea Ripley. I mean, you've had an opportunity.
Classic.
Oh, wow, and they're not wasting any time.
She's turned into an aggressive...
Toughest women on the roster, toughing it out in the corner, but here comes Aaliyah. They're showcasing her immense power. Tag is made, in comes Blackheart. Wow! Sent on by Blackheart, and now in tag team action, looking to settle the score with the Robert.
Intense here tonight.
Face buster by Blackheart on.
Up to the ball pit! Welcome to the ball pit! Aaliyah's got to
go. Bridging up is the athletic Shotzi Blackheart, but then ahead. Martinez goes for the lateral press. It's women's tag team action. And rivalry between Rhea Ripley, Shotzi Blackheart of the Robert Stone brand continues out. The sunset flip, but now it's Aaliyah. Counters with the... Aaliyah almost pinned Blackheart right there.
And I'm impressed, Mercedes Martinez.
You got to give credit to Robert Stone, don't you, Beth?
It pains me, Vic.
Rhea Ripley desperate to get back in. Martinez has been around the block in this. But Beth, Mercedes Martinez, you know, we talk about it, Flair, but Mercedes Martinez very much is cut from the same cloth as
combat, striking, grappling. That veteran experience, she's been in just
exponentially as Mercedes Martinez and Aaliyah really coalescing as a and Blackheart able to roll that left shoulder, but Martinez feeling the effects of Mercedes Martinez relentless offense.
You can beat Rhea Ripley and Shotzi Blackheart. Hold on.
Man, Stone, the gloating would never end.
Butterfly, superb resiliency to kick out, but how much punishment can one in like Mercedes Martinez?
Rhea Ripley on the outside pacing. She wants to get back. We're having a TakeOver championship matchup this Saturday in an inside cradle.
DDT, sky-high DDT by Blackheart Martinez. But Blackheart still feeling the effects of the brutal onslaught from the
Mercedes Martinez, the woman who cost her championship opportunity at TakeOver.
And here comes Ripley running over Aaliyah with a series of clotheslines. Knee strike snaps Aaliyah over, and there's a basement drop.
Nowhere for Aaliyah to go.
Into the electric chair.
Aaliyah's in a back
cover, and Mercedes Martinez keeping her partner from
getting bullets on the outside.
Ripley now.
Aaliyah's all by herself, and Rhea Ripley.
The riptide by Ripley. He's Martinez.
Wait a minute.
Oh, but wait.
And Ripley finally getting her hands on Mercedes Martinez.
But not for
crashing to the steel ring post.
Martinez eye. Oh, bomb! Power bomb by Ripley.
He and Blackheart are legal.
Blackheart with that top rope senton. Vanquish the Robert Stone brand and Ripley. Devastate.
I mean, Rhea Ripley literally just power bombed Mercedes Martinez.
Look at this. We saw this happen once before, but Ripley was able to grab on the concrete floor.
And that would open the door for Blackheart and Ripley. And well, for Rhea Ripley, she has been waiting to put the both of you out of here. Velveteen Dream at 30, and at TakeOver, Keith Lee defends the NXT Championship against Championship Confrontation when NXT returns next.
Bow down.
In honor of Triple H's 25th anniversary as a WWE superstar, Evolution of the Game, which is a career-spanning retrospective of Triple H's entrance themes for order now on WWEshop.com. And with just days to go before TakeOver clash between champion Keith Lee and Karrion Kross.
Of champions, Keith Lee dedicating the biggest match of his career to his trainer. Power bomb by Keith Lee. This could be it. This has to begin history at the ring. How the hell did we kick out of that? Can feel it. Keith Lee can taste it. Keith Lee with the... Keith Lee has made
attempts to climb the mountain. It's been climbing a volcano. Erupt.
I wasted days back, but I used them to get back on track. Starting, do I have the strength to know how I'll go? Can I find it inside?
Talk. Karrion Kross is good, but he's not Keith Lee. Talk. Last week, Karrion Kross smashed the back of my head on the concrete. Tonight, I'm gonna smash him.
What's this? What's he thinking of? Oh, God, no!
More than him. This has to be breaking Keith Lee's heart.
Look at it, Keith! Up the pushes to the other side. I keep searching. On and on.
Pick the time and place, and I will whoop that ass.
Keith Lee has his most unique challenge to date when the Limitless One defends the NXT.
Speaking of championships, the NXT Women's title will also be defended when Io Gonzalez earlier tonight. Can the genius of the sky overcome the odds at TakeOver against...
Continues to buzz about Adam Cole versus Pat McAfee at TakeOver 30, following their intent to see which of these outspoken athletes will be victorious when the smoke clears. Who's headed to TakeOver 30?
The following will get introducing first from Bray, County Wicklow, Ireland, Finn.
NXT General Manager William Regal for a second opportunity North American Championship. And the reason, Beth, well, Balor, Gargano matches. And earlier tonight, we saw Johnny Gargano become the fourth member of the ladder.
Luck, being at the wrong place at the wrong time can have a catastrophic result. Finn in championship.
Championship in that ladder match. Johnny Gargano, Mauro, as you mentioned, he earlier than Reed and Cameron Grimes.
What a stacked field. The biggest stars in NXT history about to square off SummerSlam weekend. Following a week as the mystery competitor in that final trip, did not take the fall. It was Kushida. And so tonight, guys, Vulcan Championship.
Dream's actions after that matchup, it was shocking to see him. Used to seeing Dream playing games, patient, playing mental chess, and he got really emotional lately.
Well, for Velveteen Dream, if he can become the first ever two-time North American champion at Take Return, I mean, there was no opportunity for his opponents to be ready to surprise here tonight, obviously.
As we saw last week, Balor had
matchup again, worthy of takeover. Two of the biggest stars, Balor with the most spotlight. Only one will advance to the five-man ladder match. Only champ in NXT history focused on defending the title.
Headlock takedown by Finn Balor. Dream trying to block it, but Balor's got that applied
early on up front in this matchup, because might not necessarily win the matchup this on and cost yourself the match, Beth.
So many.
Flip by Velveteen Dream, but Balor with a double guns has Dream in his sights and left side the squared circle. But tonight, they get the up over 30. The fifth and final spot for Saturday's five-man elapsed. Finn Balor battling Velveteen Dream in a second chance scrap.
Takeover 30 this Saturday, and Balor in control right now.
Without him.
Luthez press into the ground and pound by the Velvet intensity since returning February of 2019 to become North American champion. Back Johnny Wrestling defeated Ridge Holland to advance to the ladder match.
Velveteen Dream and what happened at the conclusion of last week's match and some of the antics we've seen Balor throughout the last few moments.
He was so frustrated at off, but has returned with a vengeance, even though he's in trouble right now, courtesy. Balor dragging Dream to the center of the ring, and Balor dropping the elbow across the...
Balor applying a submission hold with surgical precision. Everything he does is with such
Of course, Velveteen Dream was involved in the first ever NXT match that was won by inaugural champion Adam Cole.
See all the pressure on the ankle. See the angle at which, wow, reaching across the head.
Finn Balor's headed to take over 30, and Dream gets to the bottom rope.
Has been done to the leg of the Velveteen Dream, and of course the veteran high-flying Dream.
You just hear Velveteen.
See how Balor closes that distance. Always knowledgeable on how to use every...
Balor, and again, focusing his attack on the left leg of Dream. NXT takeover record for wins.
Whoa! Has turned the tide for a moment here in this matchup.
Man, a brutal intensity by both Dream and Finn Balor again, but not if Velveteen Dream has anything to say about it. The cover.
Much on the line in this matchup for both these superstars. Both want to become champion once again. Right under the jaw of Finn Balor, and that kick almost sent
Velvet's American title in a triple threat match in June, won by the defending champion. Pops him with a right hand.
And guys, think about this. The winner, a mental switch to prepare for a matchup of that magnitude.
Over 30 in the Velveteen Dream, the purple provocateur.
Balor.
Hey, where's my count?
It's a quick turnaround for one of these two superstars, much like it's a quick turnaround for Johnny Gargano, who is...
Series of chops, and Balor chopping down Velveteen Dream and putting the Finn Balor appears poised to turn it into overdrive. Oh, in the back, the cranium of Finn Balor. Balor off the top rope. Velveteen Dream eyeing the prize, the champion. Here.
You better back up. I'm here for what belongs to me. Yeah, go ahead. I'm here.
Who will become the final competitor to crown a new NXT North American? He wants to take the North American title to the moon. Well, on the top of that ladder.
And not focus as much on Cameron Grimes, because Velveteen Dream, he won the American Championship.
Big scoop here by Velveteen Dream, has the North American champion, and he continues to be distracted by Cameron Grimes with the former NXT champion, Finn Balor.
And of course, Cameron Grimes has games being played by Cameron Grimes.
Definitely.
Well, it's obvious Grimes came out to distract him, and there's a basement dropkick by the Prince.
Which could be a huge mistake.
Major star power in this main by Finn Balor. Now tying Dream to the tree of woe.
The left leg of Velveteen Dream early on in this matchup, and now we're seeing Balor, guys.
He advanced to the ladder match by beating Kushida, and of course Velvet chop by Balor in the corner. Back and forth we go in this battle. Flying over the top rope.
On to the floor, and look at Balor quickly to the outside and starting to pick up the scraps. Balor's climbing up the ladder, and that first goes Balor.
Balor trying to shake.
Grimes holding on to that North American Championship. This main event is Dream has Finn Balor set up Dream, looking for that Dream DDT. Goes through right into the fireman's carry, and a prelude to the Dream Valley campus.
An injured ankle made it difficult for Dream to stand.
Make the woo drop kick as Dream is in Dreamland. Curtis Balor wasting time, focusing his energy on Cameron Grimes. Leaping on superplex by Velveteen Dream. Can he go over 30?
Who will be the final? Wait a minute.
Here comes no! Crashing into the referee. Oh my God.
Throughout this matchup, and Gargano just took care of business.
Gargano and event now potentially being ruined. Cameron Grimes stuck in the middle, and he gets famouser, and that will mean bye-bye to Grimes. Swing blade by Balor. Well, Johnny, remember of this fatal five-way match, of course, still to determine the defeated Gargano. And there's Damian Priest.
Where's Damian Priest come from?
We're cool, right? No.
Sorry.
And now look at this stare down.
And Damian Priest gets super kicked by the Velveteen Dream. And there's Finn Balor knocking Dream over the top rope. And the touch. Oh, wait a minute.
That's Timothy Thatcher.
Remember.
And we still have a match going on right now. Who's going to earn their fifth and final spot?
Thrown in the center of the ring is Dream about to fly. Wow. Rainmaker by Dream goes for the cover. Is going to take over 30.
Here is your winner.
So much for the Velveteen Dream to overcome, but Johnny Gargano ruins the celebration.
Gargano's eyeing up. Is Johnny Gargano? Could he be the first ever?
But here comes Cameron Grimes looking to become a first-time NXT North American. And there's Bronson Reed getting him some. And Bronson Reed, who pulled off one of the biggest upsets, standing tall. 5-man ladder match.